So let's see what happens when we use a complicated table. All right, so 3 tables. I don't know how many people. So let's look at the chart again. For one table, all right, the number of guests we had was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 tables, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For 3 tables, well, this went up by 4, so I'm going to guess 14, but I have to check. Okay, so here's 1 table, 2 tables, 3 tables, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So that's good. Okay, so for 4 tables, I'm going to go ahead and guess that it's 18 because it's going up by 4. So let's draw this. So I've got 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that's good. So 5, I'll let you double check if you need to, but it's going to be 22. Okay, so again, let's break down how we got this number of guests. Well, we always started with 2 at the beginning. So we're going to start with 2. And then we ended with adding how many for each table? Well, this table has 1, 2, 3, 4. This table has 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means for just one table, we added 1 group of 4. For the next table, we added 2 groups of 4 to the 2 heads. So 2 heads and 2 groups of 4. The next one was 2 heads and 3 groups of 4. The fourth one was 2 heads and 4 groups of 4. And finally, it would be 2 heads and 5 groups of 4. Okay? So now, let's write out what the pattern is. Well, again, it looks like it's 2 more than, and then this is the number of tables, but in this case, it's 4 times the number of tables. So this will be the number of guests is 2 more than 4 times the number of tables. Okay, so again, in math language, the number of guests would be 2 more than 4 times the number of tables. Okay, so there's our pattern rule in words and in symbols. So at 10 tables, well, 4 times the number of tables would be 40. So 4 times 10 would be 40, and then 2 more. So 2 more than 4 times the number of tables is 42. For 25 tables, 2 more than 4 times the number of tables is 102. And finally, how many tables would be needed for 100 people? So let's look at, so I know that I have 100 guests, and I'll have 2 more than 4 times the number of tables. Okay? So same as last time, I know that this number has to be 98. So 4 times a number is 98. So if you do this with trial and error, or if you remember to grade 8, then you could actually take this number and divide it by 4. So that means that n would then be 98 divided by 4. Okay? So the answer there is 24.5. Okay? So 24.5 tables to seat 100 people. Well, I don't want to cut a table in half. So in this case, we would actually need 25 tables for 100 people. All right? So that's how we can use patterning combined with drawing diagrams, combined with a little bit of algebra to break down a complicated pattern.